The construction of the mall began in 1972. Its anchor stores at the time were Sears and 6 Bear and Fuller, a local chain based near St. Louis. The mall's initial roster of stores and services included Forum Cafeteria, Walgreens Drug, Baskin-Robbins Ice Cream, Camelot Music, Davy Jones Locker, The Limited, Orange Bowl Snack Bar, Pass Pets, and Aladdin's Castle Video Arcade. Go check out the links in the description. They have more footage about this. On July 12th of 1974, a theater opened up by the General Cinema Corporation, opened at Jamestown Mall. The Sticks store at Jamestown Mall was converted into a Dillard's in 1984, after Dillard's acquired the chain in 1984. In 1994, Famous Bar, now Macy's, became the mall's third anchor, and JCPenney relocated from Florissant to the mall. Famous Bar announced plans to open a new store in 1992, and construction began in late 1993, with a grand opening on July 30th of 1994. This new store, spanning 164,500 square feet over 2 levels. During the 1990s, the mall movie theater was relocated from its original location, where now the food court, to the front of the mall. The cinema owned and opened by Warenberg Theaters. In 1999, JCPenney demoted their full-line operation to an outlet store, as the store was no longer profitable. The mall's Famous Bar underwent changes in September 2006, when it was emaciated. Around this time is when the mall would start to see more trouble. The Jacobs Group sold the mall to Carlyle Development Group in 2003. At the time, the complex was approximately 30% vacant. In April of 2006, Dillard's announced that they would close their Jamestown Mall store. In 2008, Carlyle Development announced ambitious redevelopment plans for the mall, intending to convert the former Dillard's into offices and close its retail ring. People would start to take pictures of the mall around this time, and these are some of the pictures that people took here. Just an empty place, reminding of the old neons in the food court, which was absolutely beautiful, reminding people of the old days of the American shopping mall. Authorities said S.A. Carson arrived just after noon on Wednesday at Jamestown Mall in North County, St. Louis, and deflated 2 of his ex-wife's tires, so she could not get away, police said. Then he entered the mall, found her sitting in a bench inside, and fired 2 shots from a handgun to her. police and witnesses said. Then he shot himself. This was not a very good look for shoppers. The Sears closed their store in early 2009, prompting St. Louis County to commission researchers from the Urban Land Institute access the mall's viability. The study revealed that the center overlapped with existing retailers, making it non-viable as a shopping mall. Despite these findings, of initial redevelopment plans faced a setback in 2009 when the developers lost financial support from the county following an unsuccessful attempt to auction off the former Dillard's store. Subsequent plans in 2010 aimed to demolish everything except the JCPenney and the Macy's store, envisioning a mixed-use center. On June 2011, Central States Liquidation opened in the former Dillard space. However, JCPenney outlet store, renamed JCPenney's five-star outlet, the most degraded of any JCPenney, closed in late 2013. Jumping back to 2009, amid financial challenges, Kohan purchased the mall for $3.3 million, which is a huge downgrade from what it was. Despite these ownership changes, in 2010, the plans to reiterate the intent to demolish everything except the JCPenney and the Macy's, with the goal of redeveloping complex into a mixed-use center. In late 2011, Kohan lost ownership of the mall due to a foreclosure, but retained some ownership in late 2012. The mall had previously declared bankruptcy in August 2011. Carlyle reclaimed the ownership of the mall. In 2012, gas services of the mall was shut off but later restored. The mall's closure was announced in 2013 in November due to the heat being shut off. The closure of the last store was announced in January of 2014, leaving the mall with no anchors. Jamestown Mall finally closed its doors in July 1st of 2014. Among the last remaining tenants were a Foot Locker and a LensCrafter. In December of 2017, Carlyle sold the mall to St. Louis Port Authority on a complete redevelopment of the site. However, those plans were never materialized as expected. The Port Authority permitted scrappers and access to the site with assumptions that demolition would take place, but it never did. The mall began to deteriorate rapidly. In 2020, firefighters entered the building and discovered a large pile of furniture on fire with heavy smoke emitting from the Dillards and the Macy's inside the mall. In October of 2021, a portion of shuttered Jamestown Mall in North County faced new challenges as pipes bursted and flooded the first floor of the Sears building. It remained unclear when the water and fire suppression. In late 2022, St. Louis County approved a $6 million demolition plan to the mall. In April of 2023, a fire broke out in the entrance of the Dillards inside Jamestown Mall, which resulted in a hole being left in the roof of the building. The fire caused significant damage inside the mall. Fortunately, no one was injured in the accident. In September of 2023, nearly a decade after its closure, St. Louis County finally announced that the mall would be demolished. The mall's demolition ceremony was held on September 26th of 2023. Even after that happened, workers went on strike after only working for one day on the mall. Eventually, after like a month, they got back to work. And the mall now sits in a grisly site with only the anchor stores left, mainly. I think maybe a little bit of JCPenney's left, but not much. I don't know if this is just me, but the JCPenney does not look like a JCPenney. It looks more like a cinema. Anyway, the parking lot was like a minefield. It was like a minesweeper out there. You accidentally turn your tire the wrong way, boom! You're dead. You're gone.